Pearson was brought into this job was because of what happened in South America. They wanted a woman in charge who could take care of this and be the front individual for the agency and get everything sorted out. So we'll see how she explains this, and we wait for that explanation.
Daryl Issa apparently asked the question, how much would it cost to lock the front door of the White House? Maybe a good idea. Most of us keep our front door locked, and one would assume that the White House would have the very basic security in place.
And on that point, Daryl Issa says you've got to let the country and the world know that this place is just strictly off limits. No place is safer than the White House. Here's Daryl Issa yet again. It should be a matter of moments before Julia Pearson begins her statement.
The gentleman from Missouri, Mr. Flung, be allowed to participate in today's hearing without objection, so ordered. We now welcome our panel of witnesses. The Honorable Julia Pearson is the Director of the United States Secret Service. The Honorable Ralph Basham is the former Director of the United States Secret Service and currently a partner at Command Consulting Group. The Honorable Todd Keel is the former Assistant Secretary for Infrastructure Protection at the United States Department of Homeland Security and is currently a Senior Advisor to Touchstone Page. Pursuant to the committee's rules, I'd ask you to please all rise and raise your right hand to take the oath. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Please be seated. Let the record reflect that all witnesses answered in the affirmative. In order to allow sufficient time for discussion and questions, please limit your testimony to 5 minutes. Your entire opening statement will be made a permanent part of the record. And with that, Director Pearson is recognized.
Good morning, Chairman Issa, Ranking Member Cummings, distinguished members of the committee. I'm here today to address the concern that we all share following the incident of September 19th at the White House. It's clear that our security plan was not properly executed. This is unacceptable, and I take full responsibility, and I will make sure that it does not happen again. As director, my primary concern is ensuring the operational readiness of my workforce. I have been aggressive in addressing our human capital challenges, ensuring professionalism, and developing leaders. Through active engagement with the agency's supervisors and employees, I have made it clear my expectations for professionalism and personal accountability. Much of what we do to protect the President and the White House involves information that is highly sensitive or classified, so I'll be limited in what I can say in a public hearing. On September 19th, a man scaled the north fence of the White House, crossed the lawn while ignoring verbal commands from Uniform Division officers, entered through the front door, and was subsequently arrested on the state floor. Immediately that night, I ordered enhancements around the complex and, in consultation with the Secretary, initiated a comprehensive review of the incident and protective measures to ensure this will not happen again. The review began with a physical assessment of the site and personnel interviews. All decisions made that evening are being evaluated, including those on tactics and use of force in light of the totality of the circumstances confronting those officers. I am committed to the following: a complete and thorough investigations of the facts of this incident, a complete and thorough review of all policies, procedures, protocols in place that govern the security of the White House complex, and a response to this incident, and based on the results of that review, a coordinated, informed effort to make any and all adjustments to include training and personnel actions that are necessary to properly ensure the safety and security of the President and the First Family and the White House. The White House emergency action plans are multifaceted and tailored to each threat. The Secret Service has apprehended 16 individuals who've jumped the fence over the last 5 years, including 6 this year alone. In fact, on September 11th, 2014, a week prior to the events that are the subject of today's hearing, officers apprehended an individual seconds after he scaled the fence and ran onto the grounds. In addition to fence jumpers, over the last 5 years, hundreds of individuals have approached the White House perimeter, verbalizing threats to our protectees or acting in a suspicious manner. Officers and agents routinely leverage their experience and training to make decisions to either arrest or transfer these individuals to appropriate facilities for mental health evaluations. Protecting the White House complex is a challenge in any threat environment. In addition to being a national icon, the complex consists of public spaces, executive offices where our nation's highest leaders congregate, and the private residence of the President and First Family. Ensuring the safety of all who live and work in the White House while preserving access to the millions of visitors each year requires a unique balance. In this environment, we are never satisfied by the status quo, and we're constantly reviewing our security protocols. With the help of Congress, we have enhanced our protective countermeasures and security features at the White House.